In this video, I'm going to be sharing you my scalping session as a price action trader, which means I'm going to be relying on pure price movement on the candlesticks on the chart. The structure right now in the market is bullish trend, and the instrument I'm trading is S&P 500 M&A futures. So because I am in bullish trend, my goal is to identify a channel, and upon looking at other time frames such as 10,000 tick chart, I can see that the market is still very bullish. The Nasdaq is also very bullish. A lot of times looks similar to the ES. So for this reason, I'm drawing uptrend is still in play. I'm not thinking about selling. I'm only looking to go long at the key entry point, either the EMA or the trend line. All right, traders, we have a nice two-legged pullback to the exponential moving average to the key entry point, telling me that the correction ended. But the signal bar is so bad, bearish bar, and the secondary bar is terrible as well. So I cannot take this second entry long. Maybe I can consider felt second entry short, because this is really bad signal bar, so I cannot take. I'm just being patient here. Alright traders, I'm resuming the video because we just got the second entry short failure quickly after. Perfect bar now, EMA keeps holding 3 times. I'm scalping 10 ticks, we just need a couple more ticks. Stop loss goes 1 tick below the signal bars in case I'm wrong. Alright traders, we got the scalp, so I'm going to place the stop loss to break even. It was a failed second entry short. Correction phase ended at the key entry point. This is why I have the supportive indicator on the chart, because the main trend is bullish. And it was a failed second entry short. I can not only count for second entry long, but also for failed second entry short. Great scalp. Trend is looking quite strong, so hopefully we can get some runner, but this is going to be just a bonus. Okay traders, we have a decisive correction working lower, but because this was the main channel and needs new high, I'm not looking to go short just yet. I just want to see decisive push above EMA in order for me to go long again. If there's going to be break new low, okay. But then I want to see push above EMA and still testing the new high. Okay traders, downtrend played a bit to break new low. Now my main target is this uptrend getting new high. We have very nice push above EMA, so I want to see second entry long at the key entry point now to test new high. And the secondary channel is in play as well. Okay traders, we have a lower high. The downtrend is new low, but problem is this is the secondary bigger channel. And don't forget the main channel still needs new high. So 2 uptrends need new high. For this reason, I'm not really looking for reasons to go short, although locally it looks tempting. There was quite spike in volatility. I still prefer to look for longs because trends need new high. Right traders, I came back from the break. Right traders, I'm gonna wrap it up with my one trade. So this is the overall structure for today. We started with strong bullish bias. You have one leg that has a break pushed to new high. And here it is important what can help you to trust that the market's going to go higher. You can see you have one leg down, fell the reversal. Another leg down, fell the reversal. Another leg down, fell the reversal. And another leg down, fell the reversal again. So we have 4 failed reversals. Instead, the market formed consolidation combined with the bigger pattern. At the time, I was looking for something like this that has more bounces. The reason why you can consider is because it's a double trap. You have a new high first entry long, second entry long, and you have this entry that stops all of these entries right here, reverses up. So this is bullish double trap. Notice the strong close. The support is holding above EMA. Even if you don't have the channel, you can go long based on the local price action. So many reverses attempts. Then you have the high-low breakout pullback. It's not a bad trade, but it feels like market needed a little bit correction. I was personally looking for second entry long. That's why I didn't take it. I mean, technically this setup is not wrong, but you're also quite close to these highs. Yes, it's a breakout pullback, so you don't have to be too worried. But it really looks like market needs one little pullback because it's not with the EMA. If you took it, I can see why. Not a bad trade to consider. Then you have felt second entry short, but you simply have to go long at the very top of the move. And more importantly, you have no time to get in. This happens super quick. Market continues to go higher here, to go higher here. I was initially looking at the tighter channel with the break new high, but because it keeps pushing higher so strongly, I drew the wider one. Fits other time frame as well. And also, the Nasdaq was very bullish at the time too. You have a second entry long. We talked about why you have to skip, but you have a great belt second entry short gray bar. EMA is holding every time. This is no congestion because EMA is not in the middle of the bars. It's below, and there are no dojis. There are good solid signal bars. So it's a great belt second entry short at the key entry point. I was really expecting right now new high test. So you can have some stronger pullback that can happen. I wouldn't be really looking to go short because we had overshoot, also congestion. For example, this second entry short, new low first entry or second entry is tempting. But look at the EMA, look at the congestion, look at the overshoot. I mean, it worked in hindsight, but this is so congested when you're watching this live. It's hard to rely on this, especially if it goes against the main bias, which was bullish. I really don't think we can take this. It's too congested. Break new low, broad break, push to new low. The broader it is, the more you like it. It's indicating depletion. You have a new low, first entry short, second entry short failure. Can reset, first entry short, second entry short failure, above EMA, using the market geometry, so decent failed second entry short. Then you're looking for second entry long, new high first entry long, can reset, new high first entry long. Notice how well the secondary channel is fitting. It really looked like we're about to test the new high here, and then this happened, this spike in volatility, some news came out. So this was super fast, super spiky, and this pretty much changed the course of the price action. It kickstarted a new trend, because normally if there is no volatile spike like this created by news, you're going to test the new high. But because this happened, it set the tone, brand new one for the price action, how it's going to develop. You have a lower high here, but you know, this uptrend doesn't have new high, and it really fits well. And you're also going quite south. It's not a bad trade, but really context, excuse me, this is new low. This is just second entry short, not really a lower high, because there are no pullbacks here. New low here, no break below, first entry short pullbacks. This is a second entry short. This downtrend looks like it's going to get new low, yes. But you know, this option doesn't have new high. I simply cannot risk it. We're correcting lower. I cannot really go long here below EMA. I cannot really sell, because you only are thinking about this spike and a channel pattern once you push all the way down. And then you push back above EMA. So this was a bit conflicting. Why was this conflicting? Number one, we have what looks like spike and channel pattern working lower. So many low highs and low lows EMA keeps holding. But also, on the bigger picture, it looks like we have two legs down like this. So this was my main confusion here. Which pattern is going to win? Okay, I was leaning more bullish simply because it was the daily bias. So I really was thinking this uptrend may be the real one. You have a second entry long, but you can't really take it. It's too conflicting. What if this bearish push down is much stronger? Because you have a downtrend break new low, push down, push down, push down. You have so many pushes lower, which a lot of times needs to be explained by wider channel. So you have two channels in play. I don't think I can mark it even in hindsight, simply because this entire area is too conflicting. You don't know whether it's too like a pullback down or there is this downtrend. And this significant push down is pivotal. Once you have this strong push down, completely retracing this entire uptrend, you just have to adapt to this bearish trend down, and you're looking for reasons to go short. You have a new low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short. Of course, you cannot take far from the EMA, uptrend in play. Then you have a nice break, push to new high, and double trap, but it's an inside bar. It's an inside bar of this bullish bar. So unfortunately, I cannot take it. But if you have some better bar, you can definitely consider double trap at the EMA, downtrend is new low. This was a great context. Unfortunately, on my chart, there's an inside bar. So we can't really take break new low, and then market is pretty much about to close because it's getting way too late. So yeah, this was the price action for today. It really looked like we're going to have a nice, easy uptrend on our hands. Couple setups, the first half, setups to the upside, and then this spike happened, news came out, and it completely changed the price action, and you're just slowly but surely chopping in lower, but there is no good trade to sell. You can't really sell above EMA, nothing here, so nothing really good happened here. So very boring second part of the day. The first part though was fairly easy to navigate. So if you're lucky and you got one or two trades the first half, you can really enjoy the Friday, which is exactly what you want to do. But I hope you had a good trade. I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to talk to you next time. If you like your trading,